Good morning. Well, actually, it's afternoon. Potty Mouth Jesus Lover here, and I just wanted to touch base with everybody. Last week was a great week. I had my 1 hour infusion, which is no worries, no issues. I am by myself. I don't need a ride. I don't need a driver. It's great. So I left there, went to lunch with a good friend, and had a great time. We were downtown Grand Rapids, and it was just nice to be out and do, normal things aside from the quarantine and, the whole mask thing and being sick on top of it and whatever. It was nice to just be out and go to a restaurant now that they're finally open here in Michigan, at least, to a certain capacity. So it was good. It was nice. It was a really good day. And I'm almost halfway done. I'm next week is number 3 of 6 for chemo, and I'm looking forward to getting that under my belt and out of the way so that I can just, meet that middle mark, that halfway point where, yep, I only have 3 more to go. I'm gonna be done soon, and just let's get it behind me. So today I just, for the last few days, it's been on my mind about why we as individuals make so many things so much more complicated than they need to be, right? And for this instance, I'm using God, okay? He literally created every damn last person on this planet on purpose for a purpose. And I say that to my kids. You were created on purpose for a purpose. Let's make make it good, make good choices, make your time here the very best you can, because we're only offered one life, right? No matter what happens, every single one of us, we've got one shot at this. That's it. No more, no less. One shot. So for me, I feel like some days I'm, the cat with 9 lives, if you will. I've been through cancer once, and now I'm going through a second time, and I honestly do feel like I'm going to beat this, and I'm going to come out strong on the other end again. Why I've been given 2 chances at this, I don't know, and why I feel that I'm going to come out on top, yet again, twice in a row. I don't know, when so many people don't. I don't know the answers. And I don't know necessarily that, God's wanting me to go through cancer. However, what I do know is that what I'm learning and gaining and doing in His name through this is absolutely Him, right? So not everything that God asks us to do we understand or do we get, right? Like, there's so many things in life, so many things that we go through in life that make no sense to us, and I may never understand certain things, and that goes for all of us. We're not meant to understand everything. We're meant to have faith and trust that He knows what He's doing. And some days that's super, super hard. My mom passed away when I was super young, and for years and years and years, I didn't get it. I mean, I still don't get it. I don't know why. Why would that happen to any child? I don't know. I have no answers for that. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me, but I've learned to accept it, and I don't hold a grudge, and I'm not, pissed off about it anymore. I was for years. But what he I guess taught me through that was the point, I guess. I don't know. So there's just, and it just goes to show that we don't know always the reason or the rhyme why, and it's not for us to always understand. So we just have to go with it with faith and trust that He knows what He's doing, and no matter what the situation is or what we're going through or what has happened in our life, He's got us. He's got my back. I know that. So I think that's part of what helps me maintain the ability to just move forward and still have a smile on my face, and still look at things, with the glass half full kind of thing. Life could be so much worse on so many levels. So I just, we just go with it. And of course, I've said probably in other videos, but my dad has a lot to do with that. He's the guy's been through some shit, and he's still smiling always. Like, no matter what, I visit my dad, and there's a smile on his face, and he's happy, and he's just nonchalant and easygoing, and just, he always told us there's no room for hate in your heart. And that is so, so, so true and so real. And I just wish more people understood that phrase. There's no room for hate in your heart. There just isn't. It's too dark. And I like it to be light in there. So the other thing is that, God's not complicated. Sure, there's plenty of things we don't understand. There's plenty of things that we might not get. There's plenty of things that we have questions on. Don't get me wrong. But it's very simple to have him in your life. Very, very, very simple. And we tend to make it so overcomplicated, right? Simply, do you believe that God died on the cross for your sins? Right? Do you believe that he rose again 3 days later? Okay? You believe that, you believe in him and who he is and what he represents. Have you asked him into your heart or into your life, or to be with you and part of who you are? If you can say yes to those 3 things, basically, that is the very basic intro to Christianity, okay? It really doesn't take any more than that for God to be in your life, in your heart, and working with you and for you and helping and whatever. And people think, oh, well, but I've got way too many sins, or you just don't know what I've done. You know what? You're right. I don't know what you've done. I don't care what you've done. And there is no sin too big. There isn't. I swear, I promise you, there is no sin too big. Every damn one of us on this planet sin every single day. I don't care who you are. And not one sin is worse than another. Why? Because they're simply sins. That's it. So this whole weekend was like, why do we make things so complicated? And they don't need to be. So calm down, relax, stop overthinking things, and just take one day at a time, and know that if you have faith, if you want faith, if you want a relationship with Jesus, you can have one. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be righteous. You don't have to, be perfect. Because, honey, let me tell you, you're not. And none of us are. So there's no reason to overcomplicate it. And it is that is the very basics. You believe in who he is, what he represents, that he died for all of us, me, you, all of us. He did rise again. And, if you've asked him into your heart and you mean it and you understand what you're doing, then that's it. You're on your way. And then it's just simply building a relationship with him, which also isn't hard, but it just, requires some time and some effort on your part. So yeah, I just feel like we do make things way so more complicated than they need to be. So here's to making things simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. We all do have that easy button if we really want it, because really it's just not overcomplicating things. So yeah. So anyway, that's it for me. And that's kind of where I've been this weekend, is trying to keep it simple. I don't understand why I'm going through what I'm going through, but I do understand that I'm going to come out stronger on the other end. And I'm hoping that, I'm being more bold in who I am, because I'm doing this video, which I still don't quite understand why, because this is so outside my box. But I'm doing it, and I feel like there's a reason for it, and I don't really get it. I don't understand it, but hey, we're going for it, right? Being sick sucks. Chemo sucks. It's not my favorite. It's just crappy. But you know what? I really don't have anything to complain about. It is nothing compared to what my mom had to go through, or my uncle, or my aunt, or anybody else in my family who has gone through this. I have it pretty okay. I mean, I've got some good anti-nausea meds, and I've not been real super sick. I mean, I'm lethargic and completely wore out, and my brain doesn't always want to work, but I can still use the bathroom myself. I can still do my laundry. I can still make meals for my family. And when I can't and I'm down and out, my guys got me. Like my kids and my husband are great. So I'm fortunate and super blessed for that. And we just take it one day at a time. So everybody, take it one day at a time. You got this. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter where you're at, you got this. And you're going to make it through. So I have faith, and I hope you do too. And hopefully we'll see you again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I will be back in just a few days. Take care.